And now don't say
I
it.
don't believe he's going to edit that out.
I'm going to edit that out. That's why I asked. That's why I asked the question.
It's a common podcast trope. We'll fix that later.
We'll fix it in post, and then nothing happens.
I will
We'll edit that
actually
out.
ask him that. I wouldn't have asked him that if I wasn't curious, if he wanted me to edit that out. That's what it is.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. But I mean, now I just got to remember that.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
But I'll remember to edit it, right, everybody? Right? I'll remember to edit.
I'll remind you.
When you go listen to it.
Don't talk to me. See, I missed it. Did you hear I missed the button and I was just
It's been a while.
Morning. Welcome to Don't Be the Artist. I'm Hagen.
I'm Dave.
I'm Adam.
Hello, we're back. We're back.
We're back.
It's like you were never gone.
I know.
It's like none of us were never gone.
Yeah. Dave left and we just didn't do a show again.
You had a show scheduled, though, right?
What do you mean? Oh,
Ian was like, they're going to do it. They're
Oh.
going to do it.
well, we had I never put it up that we were going to do anything, but we had kind of talked
He
about
just
it. but-
knew.
God damn it! Iris,
Hagen's
get
cat
the
just
fuck
got in.
out.
Ha ha.
Get out! You're gonna mess everything up.
Has she ever actually messed anything up?
What do you mean?
Yeah, she turned his whole computer off once
Oh, that's
because she
true.
stepped on
That's
the power
true.
strip. Is she playing? Oh, this is fun. I wish we could pan the camera around. I'd
know.
help you,
Just to
but
follow.
I'm not gonna. I would help you, but I'm not gonna.
I would help you, but I'm not gonna.
Aha.
So Hagen's just going to leave.
Yeah,
There she goes.
we'll try and get it next week.
No, Ian just knows when the show happens.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
So he was ready.
he texts me almost every week. He's like, "You guys playing? Are you guys doing the podcast tonight?
You guys playing?
You guys playing the show
You
tonight?
guys on?
You guys on tonight?
Yeah, we had talked about it, but we didn't really like decide on anything really. And
Yeah.
and then Adam was gonna do Fun Fridays.
Yeah, it was.
But what happened?
I got not the flu, apparently,
really?
according to all these tests.
Shocking.
They all say negative.
Okay.
I say all. I've taken 2 flu tests. One before.
At home flu tests?
Yeah.
Oh.
So my wife got the flu. She had the flu. Was it last week?
Yeah, it was last week.
Last week. All last week. So like Monday, she was feeling bad. She still went to work. Left early. Thought she was okay. Tuesday, same thing. Then I was like, you definitely have the flu. Wednesday, she's like, I have the flu. Got medicine for it. Telehealth treatment, whatever.
Yeah.
To get a prescription to help.
Teledoc.
So I went to the pharmacy at like 2 a.m. I went there at 1.
You were probably up anyway.
I would have been. But, the pharmacist, his lunch break is 1 to 2 a.m. So I went there
Okay.
at 1 and was like, well, didn't plan for that. I should have looked on their website to see, what hour
Sure.
the 24-hour pharmacy is not open.
Yeah.
Figures. But, went and picked that up, got a test because she wanted to know for sure if she had the flu, even though it was like the doctor's like, you absolutely have the flu. But you want to make sure.
You're not supposed to trust doctors.
You can with a
do your own
prescription-
research.
You
Yeah.
can get a different prescription of like Tamiflu or whatever if you
Sure.
have a positive reading.
Yeah.
So, except the pharmacist is like, you don't want that.
Yeah.
But so it had 2 tests. I took one. I was like, hey, I'm negative. I thought I was good.
Yeah.
I think I told you that too.
Yeah.
Like I felt mostly fine.
Yeah, you were like, I feel mostly okay, but yeah.
And then the next day it was like, nope, I am not fine. And I think that's exactly what I put in my work Slack was like, narrator, he was not fine. Because I posted like at midnight, I was like, I'm going to go to the pharmacy soon. I'll be in late tomorrow because
Yeah.
I'm going to go pick that up. But I'm feeling fine and everything's good. I'll be in just a little bit late tomorrow.
And then not fine at all.
Not fine the next day. Not fine really until like, what's today? Wednesday?
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Oh,
Damn,
shit.
dog, that's crazy.
And I didn't feel as bad as she did. I was just exhausted.
Yeah.
Damn.
Not like the fever and stuff like she was having. So
Well, I'm glad that you're feeling
reminder
better
for people
now.
to get the flu shot because
Dude, this is the one year I didn't get it.
I had gotten the flu shot and I feel mostly fine as a result and potentially tested negative because of it. I don't know.
Sure.
Or I had something different. But she had not gotten the flu shot this year. And she felt really bad. So
A lot of people we know have had the
Yeah.
flu.
Dude, I'm dodging fucking sick bullets left and right.
Yeah, yeah.
And every time I fucking feel like I'm sick, I'm like, that's it, I'm dying, everybody. I call Kara at work and I'm like, well, there's 3 people out
This is
this
me, it hit
week
me.
and I'm done for. And,
Dude.
but like I'm fucking dodging it. I'm Neo out here.
Yeah. A lot of people at our job have had it, and I'm like, fuck, I'm so glad I already had this.
Yeah. I don't want to get sick. sick, and I'm not gonna get sick.
I was gonna
No,
say
it's never
you're
gonna
almost
happen.
like through the point where that can happen now.
Let's keep that fucking train a rolling, and let's see.
Anyone like sniffles or coughs near you, just run away.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I've had students walk in, like their parents like, I'm not feeling too well. I'm like, get away
Go
from
home.
me.
Yeah, get the fuck out. Or I've also seen you wearing masks.
That was because now this is disgusting and it's really funny. So I will tell this story. So I had really bad allergies, and my allergies are really bad. That's like it's
Not city, baby.
Yeah, it's fucking gross. It's like I'm obviously very congested, but everything it's a waterfall out of my fucking nose, right?
You just pull that up in the mask and
Okay, right. So I was like, this is so gross in a lesson. I'm gonna put a mask on. Now, the problem is that we have beards. So
that's what
all
I'm
of that
imagining would be
drips-
bad.
And I
It's
didn't-
got to go somewhere.
Dog, I didn't feel a fucking thing. And then I look down and I see that my shirt and my pants have all of these fucking marks
I feel like
on it.
I feel like I'm gonna gag if you keep talking
And
about it.
I was like, oh, I've been dripping and I didn't know.
and nobody's gonna say anything about that.
No,
Like,
they
hey,
should, but they're not going
your
to.
face is leaking.
I fucking took the mask off and I was like, this is so gross. It's doing nothing. It's doing. I was. Oh, it's so gross.
I looked at
That's
this-
worse than I expected. I expected you to be like, and then everything I had it on all day. I took the mask off and it was just all snot.
I looked at Hagen when he had the mask off, and I was like, I thought you had a mask on. He's like, no. It wasn't good.
This is the one time that it did the opposite effect. But yeah, so we're back in a big way. We took a few weeks off, and it's good to be back. 1 week we took off due to just kind of exhaustion and busyness and all this kind of shit, whatever dog shit. And then obviously, like Adam said, he was sick, but Dave was gone for a week. Where were you, Dave?
I was touring in Canada.
Yeah, all right, let's go. Oh shit, sorry.
Tell me you didn't do that on fucking purpose.
Hit us with it again.
I was on tour in Canada. Not better.
There we go.
There
Yeah.
it is.
I was like, that one was on purpose.
Yeah, you were on
Yeah.
tour. How was
Real
it?
proper tour bus too.
Yeah, okay, so that's like this is the main thing is you're on
Yeah.
a fucking tour bus. You're sleeping on a tour bus, no?
Yep. So I don't know if you had a question there, but fuck you. I'm just gonna talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, talk.
Go ahead, talk. Try it, asshole. Try it. It was fun, but it was very exhausting. And the thing about so the basic daily schedule, once we got like the first show done with, was we parked in the closest hotel parking lot so our driver could sleep, and so that we could sleep in the bus. And then we had 2 dancers and a singer, and they went and stayed in the hotel. They were
Okay.
like, "You leave the stinky boys on the bus,
Sure.
and we're gonna go to the hotel."
Yeah.
And we'd stay up until like 5:30 in the morning.
If I may just, the logic doesn't really check out
No,
because
yeah, I was about to
leave the stinky boys on the bus, and then you have to get back on the
I know.
bus where the stinky boys were.
I know.
It
And
doesn't
have
really
have
check
been
out.
longer without time for it to air out.
Yeah.
So the in theory it would have worked because I think less about the stinky boys and more about the loud, obnoxious boys.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
And also like if people are gonna get a hotel room, it should be them. Like
Yes.
and just that makes a lot of sense. But it's just the leave the stinky boys and then we'll get on and be like, oh, you guys are stinky.
I mean, a little bit of that. I think everybody should be able to get a hotel room.
Sure, I mean,
bed. If
yes, of
it's-
course,
If
but
you're
if you-
parked outside, it's almost like, look, you don't get this.
But
Yeah,
if you only
yeah,
have
yeah.
like perhaps a limited amount,
I get
then
I get
sure,
there's a
yeah.
budget
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we
and
were
there's
not.
only so many hotels in Canada.
And all 4 of them were booked. All 4 rooms. So anyway, we were just up and being loud because these shows for most of us was like the biggest shows we'd ever played. On average, it was about 2,000 people in the audience, and they were just crazy fans of. We were doing a Taylor Swift tribute thing, and they were crazy fans of this, and it was fucking exhilarating.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And so, where does that energy go when you're done? It's like you get on the bus and we just hang out.
Dude, it goes. It's like the adrenaline is so fucking real.
Yeah.
especially because like was it 2 hour sets? But you guys had a set break too, right?
Yeah, we had it like a 20-minute intermission.
So like realistically speaking, like that is a lot of music, but like when you have that kind of adrenaline, that isn't enough time to get all of that out.
No, and like the intermissions, like we would go back to our green room and just bounce around
Yeah.
and like just talk about how cool it was and like we were giddy little kids.
Yeah.
And then we'd jump back out on stage and do it. And then they wanted us out of the venues pretty quickly. So the show's done at 9:30. We got to be out by 11. But for most of the guys, that meant we had to shower, pack up our gear, and load it back on the bus.
Right.
So that was like, it's not that much time to do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was so weird to be finished with a set and in the next 5 minutes in the shower.
Right.
And I was just like, whoa, what the hell's going on? Okay. And then you get ready, get out of the shower. Then the next person who you're sharing the dressing room with gets in the shower and you pack up your gear. And then everybody heads out to the bus.
I think the weirdest like thing I can compare that to is it reminds me of like high school athletics.
Yeah, well, yeah, which I didn't do.
Because you
We didn't have showers in our school.
but like you finish like a practice, or like for me it was like cross country in the morning, right? You do the run, and then as soon as you're done with that run, the first thing you do is you just get in the shower.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's really weird. I feel like obviously when you're sweaty, it's nice to kind of clean yourself off, but
Exactly.
it's still really weird to be like, I just finished that, now I need to go like
Yeah.
kind of sit for a second.
And like, you know, I'm like washing my hair and I'm like, oh fuck, I missed that note, right? Like just think about those things. Or like, oh my God, that was so crazy.
Dude, worst time for shower thoughts.
No, I know, exactly.
Yeah.
So then, you know, you get on the bus, we would hang out until between 4 and 7 in the morning. And then you go to sleep, and probably most days the bus would leave to the next city at about 8 a.m. And it would be anywhere from a 4 to 6 hour drive. So you sleep that whole time.
Right.
And then show up to the venue, load in, have lunch, set up, sound check, hang out for 45 minutes, play the show, rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
For 6 days, it was that.
Right.
It was exhausting. It was exhausting. And everybody in the band was like, if this were longer than a week, we wouldn't have done it the way we did it. It would have
Right.
been more
You would
structured.
have had
Like,
more breaks. for
yeah,
sure.
more breaks, days off, and better sleep.
Better sleep. That's
Yeah.
that's the big one. Like because like, you know, when you're doing any of those runs, you get like, you have the adrenaline, but when you have to do it for more than like 5 days, it's like, this is not sustainable.
No,
this
it's absolutely not.
This is like we're reaching the end point real quick.
And we've done a lot of episodes on this show about like rock star lifestyle and stuff like that.
Right.
And like to imagine doing that and then adding to that like copious amounts of like very illegal drugs.
Sure.
And like not knowing what city you're in and like all the promiscuity of that.
Yeah.
I don't know how those people have survived.
No.
A lot of them haven't.
I was gonna say a
that's
lot
the
of them.
thing.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
The
we
secret
talked
is
about.
a lot of them have not.
Yeah. The other thing was that every single person that was on the road with us, like that was in our small crew, I think of like 13 people, they were all total badasses and the nicest people, and everybody was easygoing.
That's great.
So I was talking with our guitar player, like if any one of us was bad or really hard to be like around 24 hours a day,
Yeah.
this would be torture.
Well, and that's the next thing I was going to say, is it's really good that everybody that was there was a good person, was someone you could be around, because that's like that. I mean, without saying too much, I've been on the road for an extended period of time with at least one person that I didn't really want to be around anymore.
Sure, yeah.
And I was like, I literally love being on the road, so I would stay like this forever. But if that person changed, this would infinitely be that much better, right?
Yeah.
And so when you don't have that situation, it's sorry, Jackson in chat said it's him.
It's not.
It's not Jackson. But it's like when you don't have that, and it's really good because did you know everybody in the band?
No.
You at least knew one person, right?
I knew 2 people.
You knew 2 people. Okay.
And I had played with this. I played one other show with this band, but it was different. I don't know if it was different dancers, but I didn't get to meet the dancers at all.
Sure. Yeah.
And like one of the dancers had a stress fracture in her ankle the entire tour.
God. That's
Like
crazy.
tried to find a replacement, couldn't find someone they trusted,
Holy shit.
and did the whole tour, and you would never know.
That's crazy.
Then the other dancer got like the flu, or not the flu, but like some sort of stomach bug. She was extremely nauseous for the last 2 shows. You would never be able to tell.
God damn.
I haven't really worked with dancers that much, but man, they're badasses.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like
damn.
our singer was on vocal rest every day.
Yeah, of
couldn't
course.
talk. Like
Yeah.
as soon as the show was done, no more talking.
Yep, it's over.
Yeah,
100%.
And what was it like? Some of the people, our tour manager, our front of house engineer, and our stage monitor engineer were all from Canada, and they were all just like the coolest dudes. Our tour manager would get us anything we mentioned.
That's great.
We wouldn't really ask. It'd be like, be nice if we could blah, blah, blah. And then we'd get somewhere and it would be there.
Yeah.
I was just like, why are you doing this?
I really wish I had I wish I had like this really nice bottle of whiskey and a steak. Oh, that'd be super cool if I had that.
But I mean, like, it would just show up at the
Right.
places, right?
Yeah.
And like, we're used to, like, it'd be cool to have a tab.
Right. Yeah. Well,
And you say that, and then the venue's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
$15 credit.
yeah.
Here's a coupon.
I remember playing House of Blues, and the person walked up and they were like, "All right, so this is all the money you get for food. You can get whatever you want for dinner, and then what do you want up here for booze?" And the band was like, I don't know, like tequila." And they're like, "What kind? What bottle?" And they're like, like they said a brand, and then they're like, "Do you want anything else, like some beers?" And they're like, I was like, "Yes, we'll take that and that. Thank you. Moving on. All right."
Yeah. We I think it was the third night in, our music director, who was also the drummer, was like, "That'd be nice to have some tequila." And then like an hour later, the guy was like, "There's 8 bottles of tequila on the bus."
Dude, that's so fucking overkill. That's
And
crazy.
I think our, because I didn't see
you can't take that shit home.
No, I didn't see the 8 bottles, but like, I think our tour manager probably went up to that guy and was like, "You might want to take about 6 of those out of there." Because these guys are nearing the last night of tour. They'll probably have a bottle each if they want.
Yeah. Ooh, God.
But it was just so much fun. Like, our monitor mixer, this guy Jeremy, the third venue, the crew like that was from the venue, they were kind of dragging their butts, and we knew we had a lot to do in sound check because one of our dancers wasn't going to do most of the show, which meant the guitar player and I had to do some extra choreography. So we needed as much time to sound check as we could.
Right.
The house crew were great, but they were dragging their feet. And the monitor mixer, this isn't his responsibility, but he walked out onto the stage. He went, "Hey guys, I know you guys want to shoot the shit and have a coffee or something, but we have work to do. So please, can we pick it up?" And they were like, "Yes."
Holy.
And all of us in the, like, everybody in the band, we were kind of in our stations. We all just were like some kid got in trouble in school. We were like, "Oh." And I went up to him later. I was like, "We're probably never playing this venue again." And he was like, "No, it's fine. They get that all the time." He was like, we're the nicest people they've ever worked with."
Dang. That
It was pretty
cool.
badass though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's
So it was
great.
fun, but I'm still like catching up.
Yeah, of course. And then you're going out with them again, right?
2 more times in April.
Yeah.
And then this is why I'm feeling like really tired, because I'm playing a gig on Friday that I just realized today we're playing 12 Allman Brothers tunes. So I've learned 10 Allman Brothers tunes
Dude,
today.
Get home from that and then go, "All right, let's learn some fucking music." Like immediately.
Yeah,
Jesus
exactly.
Christ. That's super tough, dude.
Oh, whatever. I feel super lucky, so I'm
mean,
not going
it's-
to complain about it.
It's okay to complain about it, but also it's good.
cool, yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool to have that kind of
Yeah, it is.
back to back.
And just seeing some of the footage from the shows is like very surreal, because I'm like, that's me.
That is cool.
Yeah.
That is really cool. I know that like everybody like at work and a lot of people I talked to were like checking out that band's Instagram, like looking for videos of you.
Yeah.
So it was super cool for everybody to watch you out there and go, "Wow, this is that.
Yeah.
That's what he's fucking out there doing. That's super cool."
Yeah, because like even myself, I was like, yeah, I'm going on like a tour. I don't know what it's going to be.
Yeah. Right.
Like, I knew they were theaters, and like, because I've never done it and I love the idea of it, I've been like checking the website for the theaters, like, how are ticket sales going?
Right. Yeah.
I'm like, oh, they're gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah.
And like I guess I didn't check like 2 days, 3 days before the show, and everybody just bought up all the tickets.
Yeah.
I was just like, this is fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's super cool. Well, congrats.
Thank you.
I'm glad that it went well, and
Yeah.
I assume that means the rest of them are going to go just as well.
I hope
if
so.
not better.
hope they're- yeah.
Since you've done it now and know all the things to look forward to and what you might want to change and do differently, or
Now you know what you can ask for.
Yeah, you can.
You just casually mention, be like, you know, it'd be great is if I had like, I don't know, like a computer or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Like to
Somebody
do
would
some
just
stuff.
pay my student loans. I think I'd play better
What if they
today.
were just stacks of gold bars? Can you get me those?
Well, that's great. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Enough about you.
Thank you. As you can imagine, because all my friends and people are very supportive, I've had to talk a lot about me the last couple of days. That was tour. I'm like, that's great.
Dude, that's probably one of the funniest things. Like you come back from a thing and everyone's like, how was it? And it's like, can I
Can we
return to
not talk
life?
about it?
Can I
Yeah,
return
yeah,
to
yeah.
life now
Yeah.
for a second? There's some people that I would love to talk to.
Yeah.
There's some people that it's like, oh, I'll talk to you about this, but it's like I don't need to do all the pleasantries right now. You know.
I wanted to call you guys like several times. Like,
Yeah.
guess what just fucking happened? our guitar player didn't get in the bunk like he tried. He fell, and I just heard a thud on the floor.
Yeah, that's. Don't call me.
Yeah, I'm not, yeah.
Yeah, if you called me, I would be concerned.
You would be concerned. You would be like, "Why the fuck are you calling me?"
I would call you and be like, what? Where are you right now, you son of a bitch?
But I did. The only injury I got was I went to roll out. I had bottom bunk, and I went to roll out of it as the bus driver was taking a turn, and it pushed me out further because I'm already not a graceful getter upper. And I took a turn, and I rolled out further, and the bunk alley is only like 2.5 feet wide. So the next bunk over, and my knuckle hit like dead on. So I rolled out of the bunk, it took the turn, it flipped me over, and I just went boom and like fully punched the bunk.
It's
and
a,
just blood.
it's a really good cover up for he got in a fight on the road.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. Yeah.
It's a really good cover up for that.
Yeah, if I got in a fight, you'd see it on my face. I'm not winning a fight.
I mean, but you're all the way up there. You could have been fighting someone
Yeah.
that's all the way down
Yeah.
there. You know. You're a pretty tall guy with that, you know. That's that one. Okay, so we know we could have done. I guess you should see the
You
other
should
bunk.
see the
That's
other
pretty good,
bunk.
Jackson.
That's
Okay.
good,
So I figured we could do just some catch up, some news, whatever. There's some interesting things and some, I guess, sad. I don't know. Man, the world's so weird. So
Wait, which of these is supposed to be sad?
I don't know. Not necessarily sad, but just like not great.
Okay. The order you said them in, I thought you meant the last one on there was sad. I'm like, why?
The last one is sad.
Yeah.
No, that's great. I love the
that's
last
what I
one.
thought.
Yeah. Which well, I need to get that pulled up so we can watch it because it's great. But first off, it's pretty interesting in the time we live now when you're a band starting off. You really want your music to get played on the radio, and that just happens for free. It's just supposed to be like exposure bucks, right? It's just like, let's play music on the radio. But there was a time where artists got paid for their songs to be played on the radio, and now people are trying to return to that time.
Yeah. I'm kind of dumb on this. I didn't know that stopped. When did it stop? Being a thing you got like paid not royalties, but from
I don't
radio
know
play.
exactly when it stopped, but I mean it became it was always a thing of exposure,
Right,
But
largely, but
at-
you still got paid like pennies,
right at a
or
certain point.
fractions of pennies.
At a certain point, and for all I know, there might be some kind of like there might be like a fraction still that comes out, but like there was a point in time where it was like you actually like that was how people made their
Right, that was the
their,
majority.
Right.
Yeah, their money was
Yeah.
just like getting significant radio play.
Especially because albums weren't a thing when that was happening
Right,
a lot.
right.
So singles is how people.
Well, and there was no other way to like play music for a lot of people.
yeah.
Right. So there's there's more than 300 artists there's a lot of big names that are coming together to push forward on this new bill, this new act, American Fairness Music Act, which is basically everybody coming together going like, hey, can we get fucking paid for for music on the radio? Some of the people involved are Aerosmith, Barbra Streisand, Celine Dion, James Taylor, Jelly Roll.
When I read that article, I was like, "What, Jelly Roll? What the hell is he doing there?"
Lil Jon, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Mariah Carey, and the people who are mostly fronting this are Boys to Men. They are the people who are, which is like, I don't really know the last time they were played on the radio. Maybe that's mean of me to say, but hey, I'm happy they're doing that.
They're going to Congress, right?
Right? Yes,
It's
they are the ones that are like going to Congress to fight for this.
That day, they're men to lawyers.
Yes.
All right, I'll see you guys next week.
Ooh, all right, where was I? So I mean, like to me, this is mostly just like a very cool thing to see pushed forward. I don't really know if anything's going to happen with it, but hopefully there's some kind of change.
It's in Congress. So
Yeah.
no.
So no, but
No.
but
Especially this Congress.
right. Yeah, exactly.
So
There was interesting things about it that I saw that was like it has a carve out for like smaller radio stations. That was like
yeah, I thought that was neat.
so that way they like they wouldn't have to pay out as much. It's a carve out, so So smaller independent radio stations, they would pay as little as $500 a year to play unlimited music. So they wouldn't.
That was some of the pushback
There's
was
a
that it
cap,
would bankrupt.
basically.
Yeah, exactly.
It would put a lot of radio stations out of business.
Yeah, exactly. So,
So it does turn out this actually changed because mostly all these channels that are owned by Clear Channel, whoever, iHeartRadio, whatever it's called now,
Yeah.
Ticketmaster,
It's all ticket.
they pay their licensing entities to handle all this stuff, and it's that company. They're legally paying for the music that's playing, but that company doesn't pay performers; it pays songwriters.
okay, yeah.
So their argument is they should go back to the old way, which was
Yeah.
before that kind of entity existed.
Yeah.
Legal loophole, basically.
It's songwriters and people who have the copyright of the song, right? Or the publishing, rather.
Right.
Yeah, yes,
Publishing and songwriting.
But like performers are explicitly not in that, and somehow
Yeah.
that's legal and fine.
Yeah, this is what a member from Boyz II Men said. They said it's outrageous that big radio companies are able to make billions of dollars each year in ads while denying royalties to the performers whose music attracts listeners in the first place. We hope that Congress will listen to the voices of artists and pass this bill, which is a really true. I mean, who fucking cares about radio? Like you listen, like people. I know people who still listen to radio because they're like, I can't decide what to listen to. Let me put on this radio station that might show me something I haven't heard before, right? That kind of thing.
Does radio do that? I thought radio just plays the same 10 songs.
It depends on the radio station. It depends what time you listen
I'm just
to.
kidding.
But yes, that is a very true point of radio. Yes.
But I could also say if you, even if people don't listen to radio that much, there's still enough radio play that the people who are being played 10 times every hour,
yeah,
or however, not every hour, every 24 hours or whatever, they're going to be, they're losing out on all this money that they should be getting anyway, whether or not, you care about radio.
yeah.
And it's cool for smaller radio stations to like give them maybe a financial incentive to also run a business. Like they're not going to go under because they can't afford to pay anything, but maybe they'll try a little bit harder, and that'll be good for small radio stations.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
right now there's not a lot of incentive for a small radio station to really care how many people listen. It's
very true. Yeah.
Like, they don't care about the marketing side of it to have more people listen to it necessarily because it doesn't matter to them. So
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. I don't think it goes anywhere, but at least it's a cool thing.
yeah,
to push
it's
forward.
Congress though. It'll
Yeah.
just sit on a shelf.
They'll just-
for a couple
exactly.
of
Yeah.
years.
Yeah. But speaking of radio, Drake has settled his legal dispute with iHeart, which is funny, but also like a little disappointing that like they found like a settlement they could all agree that everyone agreed to.
Well, we don't know
We
what
don't
the
know
settlement
what that
was.
is, but I'm worried.
Was the settlement, Drake, we're not going to settle. You look like a bitch here. Accept the deal and it'll look like you have some power.
So because Drake and Kendrick are on the same label in this situation here, I imagine it's like two brothers arguing, and they go to their parents. One of them goes to the parents like, "Mom and Dad, Kendrick did this." And they're like, "Okay, let's go talk in the corner." And one of the two things is like the dad's like, "I'll give you a chocolate bar later. Just shut the fuck up about this." Or the dad was like, "I'm not giving you shit. Shut the fuck up about this."
Yeah, and I don't, and I really hope it's not the former, where it's like the settlement was like, I'll give you $1 million, just shut the fuck up. Like we'll give you some of this, just please stop. This is so fucking annoying.
You're making us look bad.
Yeah. But it is funny that this has been already settled, already like taken care of, because this is fucking stupid. It was so dumb. Like it was insanely stupid to be like, not like us they're boosting it. They're boosted not like us and not my dog shit diss songs. Like what a ridiculous thing.
Yeah, does anyone know any of the names of his?
He had the one that was like a play. It was like a play on Kendrick's things, right? He stole the
Heart Part 6. But
Yeah,
that's
one.
the only one anyone knows.
Was it Meet the Grams? Or that was
No,
Kendrick.
that was
Kendrick.
Kendrick. Yeah.
Oh, right. The other good one. Yeah. His was, I can't remember.
Yeah, exactly.
Family Matters.
Was that
or-
him?
No, that was Kendrick.
I thought
that
it
Kendrick?
too.
Oh, shit,
Yeah,
dude, that was
right.
great,
Yeah. That's so funny. And and just to also clarify, our iHeart did decline to comment, so we definitely don't know anything about
No,
this
we don't.
settlement.
Yeah,
We don't
being
know
very
anything.
tight-lipped.
We'll
Yeah.
hear about this in a couple years.
God, I can't wait.
And I hope that the answer is they were just like, no,
Yeah.
look at how this looks.
Yeah.
We saw the Super Bowl.
So that's that's a pretty short little thing. But moving on to what I think is a much larger thing, and that is a current movement in the UK government that with laws that have to do with AI. You guys read all this?
I tried.
So
I just had AI read it.
It's just put these articles into ChatGPT. Can you summarize
Yeah.
this for me?
Yeah.
So the UK government is consulting on whether to let tech firms use copyrighted material to help train AI. And people are real upset about that.
Yeah, in England.
People are real pissed about it, as that will basically just completely undermine all of the creatives, all the industries that have to do with creatives, so there's a ton of like pushback. Basically, every big name like UK musician is a part of this pushback.
Which there's a lot.
There's
Yeah,
a lot. Paul McCartney being one of them. The two that I sent you guys were
What about Ringo?
I didn't actually see his name. Maybe he forgot. Maybe he forgot he wrote music. I don't know.
He'll say something about it next year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's a little late. Or where is it?
I faulted.
There we go. That's good.
It sounded like an echo.
It did. Yeah. So the statements that I sent you guys were one was Jimmy Page's. And I sent it because it's so long-winded.
So that's why I said I tried.
Old man.
And it's also a little bit funny.
He's like, back in the day when I was in a studio one time.
Dog said, I was required to create and conjure riffs and lyrical figures immediately without slowing down the momentum of the work being recorded with other musicians and the artist. Dude, I'm on your side. I'm about to not be.
Yeah.
He has a lot of free time. So
So Jimmy Page made a big post on social media basically being like, hey, this is so fucked. We shouldn't do this. Talking about ideas of like, yeah, I used to have to go to the studio and record music. The things that he says aside from that really cringe thing I just said was this journey from the anonymity of session work to the global stages with Led Zeppelin was not a path paved by algorithms or data sets. It was a voyage marked by spontaneous improvisation and the unquantifiable spark of human ingenuity. The alchemy, this was written by AI. The alchemy that transformed a unique riff into an anthem was etched into the collective soul of the band, a synergy that no machine can emulate. Today, as artificial intelligence seeks to mimic and monetize creativity, we stand at a crossroads. And he goes on to more to say about this stuff. The only question that I have, as far as the Led Zeppelin side of it goes,
Yeah.
is they stole shit.
They stole a lot of shit.
they stole stuff the old-fashioned way.
They worked hard enough to realize they can't write good
found
stuff.
it and then they stole it. They didn't just type it away in a keyboard.
That's kind of my like hang up with his like, obviously the reads really cringe, but like my main hang up is it's like, man, I get why you're upset about this, but you also understand why people would be upset that you stole music from a different culture and just made it and said it was yours.
Yeah.
Like it's a really weird perspective to have, but I do ultimately obviously agree with the side of like they shouldn't be using, like they shouldn't just go, we can use copyright music for this now.
Yeah, don't let Longwind McGee be the front runner for it. Like I am the whole time you were reading it, I was like, this is why I didn't finish reading it. First of all, and second of all, I imagined him sitting in like a smoking chair with a cigar jacket on and like
Dictating
some
this to
anxious
somebody.
assistant with a pen and quail ink. And he's just like, furthermore, and they're like,
Do you know what the next word is in this paragraph?
No.
Furthermore.
Moreover, the
More-
ethical
exactly,
implications
exactly.
are profound.
Yeah. And then he's like, moreover, I knew Les Paul, and he wouldn't stand for this.
Yeah, it's
Fucking like, God.
dude, and this is like his statement is so long.
Yeah.
It's wild how
It's so long.
but it's
I mean,
but it's
to be fair, nobody's gonna read it.
I did.
Well, you're the one American who read it, and there's probably one English person who read it.
But
Yeah, Brian May.
Yeah.
He read it and was like, let me do
I can do
this.
better.
Yeah.
thank you, because that's our next statement. It's Brian May's statement. Alley-oop, thank you. So
Brian May has an editor.
Brian May said, "My fear is that it's already too late. This theft has already been performed and is unstoppable. Like so many incursions that the monstrously arrogant billionaire owners of AI and social media are making into our lives. The future is already forever changed. But I applaud this campaign to make the public aware of what is being lost. I hope it succeeds in putting a break on, because if not, nobody will be able to afford to make music from here on in."
There you go.
That's all you had to say.
That's perfect.
He said more, but
No,
yeah,
no, but I mean, that's like, that covers the whole thing.
shut up.
That covers
There was
the
no
whole
moreovers and furthermores and henceforths.
thing. Well, and his like saying it already happened, because it did.
Right.
Like this legislation or law or whatever it's called in the UK.
What do they call that? Yeah.
Book of rules. I don't know.
Consult the book of rules.
The Labour Party there wants to make. They've decided that the only way for the UK to stay relevant now is to be the AI leader, because they've left the EU for stupid reasons.
Yeah.
And they're also now fighting with the US, which I kind of get right now. But
Yeah.
Absolutely.
their only other remaining ally, they've said fuck you to the EU, which is a bunch of other allies, and then now us. So they're trying to do their own thing, and they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
But so they've decided that AI is going to save them somehow, which is really weird, because like the UK doesn't really have any companies.
Yeah.
Like
That's
just
kind
in general.
that was the other thought I have, is I was like, what infrastructure do they have for this as far as like AI goes?
Well, and as far as tech companies,
Yeah.
there are like basically, I can't say there's no tech companies that are in the UK. Obviously, there are some.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot, and they've also upset the biggest one, Apple, recently, because they said that they wanted a secret backdoor into encryption of data.
Which is like
And Apple's like
thing.
Apple is like, then we're not going to do that, and we'll leave the UK. And the UK government's like, well, you can't do that. You have too many people here, all these jobs in this building, and Apple's like, well, get fucked. Like we're going to.
Yeah.
So they're fighting that out already. So they're trying to like play both sides of like, well, we don't like these tech companies that are not English, but we want these English AI companies that don't exist to exist here. It's like Spotify's not even based there.
Right.
They don't even have that aspect to like
Yeah.
play or angle to play of like, well, we're doing this for the benefit of our companies and whatever. It's like, what
No.
companies?
Why are all the wrong people doing the most important things? It's so fucking annoying.
That's just how it goes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is unfortunately.
Are we just getting older? It's always been this way, and we're just getting older.
Yeah, and it's getting worse.
yeah, it's getting a lot worse.
Nice combination of all the above.
Yeah. I think it's also like you have something like AI, and I would go as far as to say most people just don't understand anything about AI.
Well, certainly nobody making any laws about it
Yeah.
understand anything
Yeah,
about
we
it.
saw how they handled TikTok.
I mean, like there's a lot of things that AI is good for, good at, and I mean a lot of the things that they're like this training models for art is like probably should be honestly on like one of the bottom of the barrel things that the UK is concerned with AI, period. AI can be used for so many things that are actually beneficial, and this is not beneficial to anybody. Like it's not beneficial to the UK in any sense.
Well, it's not beneficial to like UK culture. It's not beneficial economically, because it's like you'd like, how is this supposed to make money? I don't really know.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't they know musicians don't make money?
Yeah.
I would argue most of the UK's like, maybe not economic, but cultural like impact is through media,
Right.
movies and music and TV. They're just trying to like kill all that too.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make any sense for
No.
that aspect, especially, but it'd be like, you know, they could do something neat where it's like, hey, we're going to train these like, I don't know, AI models for like the museums of England and
Sure.
stuff, because we have this wealth of culture, because we have the British Empire took over the entire world, and we
Right.
have all this stuff that we stole and whatever. It's like,
Yeah.
maybe they could do something neat there. They're
Yeah.
not even doing that. They're just doing like, no, fuck you. We're going to do capitalism more.
We're gonna,
More
we're gonna-
capitalism than
we're-
America.
Yeah, we're gonna fuck over like the like people who, like you said, Dave, already don't make a lot of money.
Exactly.
And like the ways in which one could make money off of like AI, like music, is by someone like basically paying for a subscription where they could just have like, hey, I want to hear this kind of song now, and that's
Well,
it.
that's what
That's
that's what Spotify wants.
right, exactly. Yeah.
And they've been very like clear. That's what they want.
But they want to have the only say over the AI on their platform, because if you release anything that has AI on it, they're just going to take your shit down. They do not want like any AI relation.
They don't want to have to pay for anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So all this to be said that a bunch of those musicians, in fact, more than 1,000 musicians, came together to release a silent album in protest to all of this. And so I actually didn't check to see if it's on Spotify or anything, because I know that Spotify has a rule against like silent silent albums.
Thank you, Jack Stratton.
Thank you, Drax Stratton from Wolfpack. We appreciate you on that one. And the album, it says various artists. Is this what we want? Is the album name with the track titles being "The British Government Must Not Legalize Music Theft to Benefit AI Companies." So those are 12 tracks, and that's what it says. I think it's a good little protest. At least has everybody's names on it, and was like, hey, this is how we feel. And I like the "Is this what we want?" Like that's the website you can go to get more information. You know, it's a good way to protest, I think.
And the musicians didn't get paid.
Yeah.
You know,
I love we'd love you on this record. And then they're like, yeah, my session rate's this much. Like, it's silent. Yeah, my session rate's still that much.
It's still that much.
yeah.
we're just gonna put your name on it.
yeah, that's gonna still cost you. But I do feel like that is a like I said, a decent way to protest. And I hope that the UK government does listen to this, because this is like a really big. This is a crazy thing to just go ahead and outright go, fuck you. We can use all your shit for. That's just insane.
Well, again, it turns out this is what the UK government's just doing now, where they're like, we're gonna just backdoor everybody's iPhone, and Apple's like, oh, fuck you, you're not, because that whole thing. Not to go back to it too much, but it had a whole thing about it's illegal for Apple to discuss this with anybody. Like to disclose that they've been asked to do this, and so like obviously that leaked to some newspaper. Who leaked that? Who knows? Somebody at Apple. But it's like the
really
UK
no
government's
way of
just like
knowing.
making every bad choice they can.
Yeah,
aggressively. Like I'm interested. Like, what's the next one? Is it going to be? Like, let's promote AI movies with all the movies that like they've moved. Tons of Hollywood productions to England. You gonna just train all that stuff, or use that to train a bunch of AI to make movies and stuff? Like,
but these are just like
for your Netflix of the UK that everybody knows about.
Yeah, these are just like things that like I feel like are the wrong way to make any sort of money or impact. Like I don't know how many people are gonna see like. Do you want to listen to AI music from the UK? I don't know. I can think of like 2 people that would check it out as for the meme. Like that's it. Like no one's.
I think the
I'm sure people
long term
will, but
the long term like goal would be that like Spotify and
Right.
co would just like not have music anymore.
sure.
You would just have AI music. That's how it is.
Yeah.
People are already paying for it. They go, this sounds fine enough. I don't really care.
Yeah.
There is
Netflix is going to do the same thing with movies.
there is a article that I
Probably
saw.
going to get sued for saying that now.
There is an article that I saw earlier today that was like, it was after I had sent you guys the list. It was like in the middle of the day, so I didn't send it. But it was this basically like this thing about, so Spotify this year is supposedly going to be adding their like super fan tier to their subscriptions, so you can pay like an extra amount of money
And get lossless.
and I think that will be part of it.
Oh, okay.
But the
that's in a couple more years.
But the primary thing is that you can and seemingly Ticketmaster and Live Nation have confirmed this. You can basically get early access to like tickets by paying this like extra $6 a month to be a part of their like whatever super fan like thing. So it seemingly doesn't like read how much you listen to the artist. It's just like, I guess if you pay this amount and you have listened, then you can get early access. But like
Weird.
does that delete if you're on like a mailing list and get early access? Is that before? Is it literally the same thing? Unclear.
addition to.
But you're paying an extra $6 a month to be a quote unquote super fan on Spotify.
That's a like significant enough amount of money that like I don't think that's going to work.
Well, I mean, when you literally can just join a mailing list for free.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's like, but people don't know that. I mean, it's like you like we know that, but
Yeah.
a lot of younger people don't really know they can like join a mailing list and get early access to stuff.
They don't know what a mailing list is.
The only way they know that is because they saw their favorite band post on Instagram, like, "Hey, join this, and
Yeah.
you can get early access to some shit." But that's literally it.
Yeah.
Okay, enough of that. Now moving on,
Some lighter news. Something
Guys,
more positive.
guys. I think we should go. I think we should go to Firefest 2 because
I'm busy that week.
what week is it?
I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm busy.
Firefest is back, April 25th through 28th.
I am busy that week.
God damn.
Yes.
Oh, wait, hold on, wait. Now it's supposedly happening May 30th to June 2nd.
Oh shit.
Ah,
Who knew you could just move a festival in time like that?
So Firefest 2 is supposedly happening, but The island in which they are supposedly doing it in, everyone who lives there, the authorities, they said the festival is not real. Quote, we have no knowledge of this event nor contact with any person or company about it. For us, this event does not exist.
Not even that they like are trying to hide it or anything like that. They just like, no. They're not even saying they wouldn't host it if they were approached. They're saying like, hey, this doesn't even fucking exist.
Yeah.
Nobody's even asked us about that. It's like there's nothing planned in town on those days. Like
they said that I think they thought they would just announce it and see if it got traction, then ask for permits halfway down the path. It's a bit of a naive way to think. The festival is not going to happen. There are red flags all over the place. If you go on their website and take the coordinates they provide, then put them in Google Maps, it takes you to the ocean between Cancun and Isla Mujeres.
wait, so that's how they put the like address was like here's coordinates.
Here's coordinates.
And people did that?
I don't know if anyone's bought tickets, to be fair, but I know that tickets are available now. Tickets are on sale. I hope someone bought tickets. That's so funny.
I like that. Like we're supposed to trust Billy McFarland.
Yeah, right.
Like, dude.
And he posts on Instagram. If you go to the Firefest Instagram, it says Fire Festival 2 is real.
Yeah. If someone says something like that, like it is real, then I'm like, no, you're a fucking
dog.
you're a con man.
What a fucking crazy thing to say.
I think we said we felt bad for people last time who got scammed. I don't feel bad if you get scammed.
No, if you get scammed this time, no, you're fucked.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, I hope that I would love another documentary. I love those Firefest documentaries so much. So I don't really want people to be scammed, even though, yes, I agree that it would be their fault, but at least more so.
Right now, their website has an error on it that says they don't have an active Spotify premium plan for whatever like embed thing they have.
Oh, God, that's funny. Also, shout out to Heather in the chat who said AI is hosting.
That is perfect. I do agree with that. That is hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I like Adam said, if anyone goes like and they get screwed out of money, good on you.
There's tickets are $1,400. I don't feel bad if you.
And that's the bottom tier.
If you will consider spending that money without even knowing where it is taking place.
Right.
No, I don't feel bad for you.
Right.
I mean, they were
Much
targeting
less the name of it from last time. You can just go search. You would find immediately that this is a bad idea.
and they were targeting influencers last time. So for influencers, like
Yeah, that's true.
like
I also
is-
don't feel bad for influencers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, if the influencers make it, the influencers make it, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, I'm trying to find the video for this because I think this will be it. But our next and probably last thing for news wise is our boy Kid Rock. Now, for those who have maybe a little bit been paying attention in like some of what's been happening, Kid Rock is like close to being a congressman. It feels like.
Yeah.
No, he's in the cabinet, right?
Yeah, I mean it feels
Isn't he
like it.
the secretary of goats or something.
It definitely feels like he's some shit like that. And so, but he still is a musician, I guess.
In quotes.
So
He's still a personality.
he's still a personality. So he was recently playing, I believe, in Nashville. I think it was.
I think it was Nashville,
And he stormed off the stage, and I really do want us to watch it. Did you guys watch the
I saw the clip when it was going around.
Okay,
I think
yeah.
I think the clip was on the Daily Show or something.
That makes sense.
I saw it somewhere else before I saw it here.
That makes a lot of sense. Let's see. There we go. That's what I want. I want this. Thanks for everyone's patience while I do this in front of you.
It's really funny that it wasn't a Kid Rock gig, and that's why this worked.
What
Like this was for John Bon
that's
Jovi's
right. Yeah,
keyboard
yeah.
player having
Yeah.
like a birthday party, and Kid Rock was seemingly a guest appearance. And
That's
so
so
it's not
funny.
his
Honestly,
audience.
that makes it even more like childish.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay, there we go. Hopefully that works. All right, let's give this a little watch.
You know what? You ain't gonna clap? I'm going.
What a bitch.
And the crowd just
Kid
laughs at
Rock
him.
stunned music fans in
What
Nashville
a
last
loser.
night after throwing a massive diva strop on stage at John Bon Jovi's bar. The American
The
singer
band
was
kept
booked to perform
going.
at the birthday of Bon Jovi keyboardist David Bryan when he swore at fans and stormed off the stage. Our onlookers told The Sun Kid Rock was about to perform Proud Mary when he took offence to people refusing to clap. Our exclusive video shows the moment Kid Rock swore and stormed off, shouting, "If you're not going to clap, I'm going."
There was a good amount of people
Bemused
clapping.
fans in the audience stood in silence as he
Yeah,
walked
there
up
was
to
there was definitely a lot of there was.
Exclusive video.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I obviously didn't pre-watch that video.
It's okay, but
That's fine.
dude.
That's fine.
Okay, so
I just
here's
needed to find
if,
something.
If you're a fucking good performer, or if people like your music, they're gonna do that anyway. But also, if you're
And if they don't, then like,
then just fucking deal with it. Then
A-
put on a good enough performance that the next song they'll do whatever you want.
Just a really
Also,
quick.
you're probably being paid.
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
there. Probably, like unless he's friends with Bon Jovi or whoever.
He's definitely being paid. Just to reiterate what he said. He said,
Yeah, that's fair. Actually, he probably
said,
doesn't do anything. for
Fuck
free.
them. Fuck them. Hey, stop. Gets the band to stop. If you ain't gonna clap, we ain't gonna sing. That's how it's gonna go. You know what? Fuck y'all. You're not gonna clap. I'm gone. And then left.
And then he left. And before he got to the top of the stairs that he climbed up to, the band had already restarted the song.
Yeah.
And no doubt that they finished the song and everybody was clapping.
I mean, what did you want them to do? Did you like what? I
Yeah.
don't understand what do you like? What? It's a crazy thing, and it's really interesting because like you would think that he's like he definitely comes off as like I'm a man. I'm part of a group
Yeah.
of men. It's like you just acted like a baby. You acted like a literal child.
That's the group of men that
the
he's a
snowflake
part
people.
of.
yeah, exactly. But like that's not how they would describe
Yeah.
themselves.
No,
right?
he's describing this to his friends as like, those people, they weren't cheering for me and they were booing and then blah 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 and
And I showed them what's what. And then after I left, everybody was crying their snowflake tears.
yes.
It's like, no, dude, you
band,
just look like
the
a
band
shit on
asked me to go
Liv.
back and I said no, I'm gonna stand by my whatever the fuck, I don't know.
stand your ground.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna clap.
And then he's
Well,
back.
actually, they didn't stand. He didn't stand the ground. He left. He
he
left.
fucking
He
left.
didn't stand the
Yeah.
ground at all.
Yeah.
backstage in a dressing room, like sitting in a corner, like,
Am I still-
Donald,
am I gonna get paid?
Donald, tell me I did a good job.
still? Can I be in the cabinet now?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. They wouldn't clap for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I love that clip. I'm a fan of watching that group of people get shit on and get really by themselves.
Yeah.
They shit on
Yeah.
themselves. Really,
Good.
that was all him.
Well, like, the crowd doesn't even seem to care. They're just like, all right.
All right.
It's
It's
great.
not going to affect his ticket sales.
No, but I don't.
He's doing that on his own.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think his
Yeah,
ticket
I
sales
was
are
gonna say,
particularly
are
good.
they okay?
Yeah, I don't think his ticket sales are particularly like good right
He'll
now.
have a good set at like Sturgis.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's really the only like that kind of thing. Like he has to tour and play in very specific places.
Remember when Rump? Remember when Trump said the Kid Rock has very good rallies?
Yeah.
Very big rallies.
Yeah, that's very good.
Like they're called concerts.
Well, I mean,
idiot.
everything to him is a rally.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
very true. But yeah, that's that's all I've got for us today on the news front. Keep it short, keep it sweet. What the fuck are we listening to? No, it's been so long.
I've got something.
Excellent.
I can go first because I've got just one thing.
Great.
Dochi.
Yeah,
Nice.
let's
Finally
fucking go.
listen to it.
How good is that
after-
record?
Fucking great.
So
Yeah.
good.
I think I mentioned this recently. Like a tell for me that it's a good album is that I immediately want to listen to it again, and I did just that.
That's great.
Yeah.
It was great.
I've been listening to the new Sam Fender record. People
Oh, nice.
watching. It's really good.
Okay, cool.
It's very, very clean, but it doesn't. The cleanness of the record only makes it better.
Sure.
It doesn't feel less powerful or emotional. And then Ben Kenny, the former bass player for Incubus, released a record after having like pretty gnarly brain
Yeah.
surgery, and it's called.
We listened to one of those songs, right?
Yeah, the whole record's out. It's called "Powerful Butt Cheeks,"
Hilarious.
and it's really
Okay.
good.
Okay. Adam, you said you wanted to talk. I haven't do it, but you said you wanted to talk about Wolfpack.
Yeah, I don't know. Is their album out?
The album came out on Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to the album yet, but I
haven't
listened
either.
to some of the songs from it. Also great. That was
Okay.
going to be what we were doing, Fun Friday if I wasn't sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So you haven't listened to the whole thing yet?
No, I'm saving it.
Oh my god!
I'm saving it. Well, first of all, Spirit Box comes out tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And Wolfpack's already out. I've got a big night of new stuff to listen to. I'm very much looking
Yeah,
forward to
I
tomorrow
assumed
night.
it came out
They
tonight,
do
tomorrow night.
everything Tuesday for some reason.
I don't know that.
Yeah. So
I like their music. I don't have any idea how they operate.
but so you can watch the whole. It's all video. You can watch the album.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because everything you're going to hear is
Right, 'cause it
largely
was
what they did
done
live.
live,
They
yeah.
definitely edited, but it still is pretty fucking close. Okay, I've got some stuff. Adam, you've got to listen to Saya Gray, her album Saya. It popped up on something, and I was like, oh, who is this artist? And I scrolled down, and I saw similar artist was Nilüfer Yanya. And I was like, okay. And I listened to it, and I was like, okay, this is fucking great. It's a great album. So Saya Gray is the artist. It's a kind of, I guess, self-titled, just Saya as the album. Really, really cool stuff. There's a lot of singles that I've been checking out. May Earlwine in particular, she's amazing. She has 2 singles. She's doing all this work with Theo from Wolfpack. But Creature and Animal, they're amazing singles. Cannot wait for her album to come out. That's going to be really, really good. And that's kind of where I'm at with a few things. I haven't really like gotten obsessed with a bunch, but there is good stuff. And I just need to update our playlist and go back and go look and all that stuff. But it's also this week was not only the 2 albums I mentioned, but Webbed Wing already put out a single this week, and Illuminati Hotties put out a single this week. I'm like, fucking what is this bullshit? All right, I guess I gotta fucking listen to all these now. But I'm very much looking. I thought this year's turned into already a great release year.
Yes.
I'm super stoked. Oh, and I mentioned this band Flip Turn a couple times. Fuck my life. This magnet sucks my ass.
Get you a new one.
It's not the point. There's this band Flip Turn I had mentioned, and I know that I've played it a lot around Dave, because I'm just super obsessed with the album they put out this year, and I saw them last week, and it was fucking incredible. So anybody who hasn't checked out Flip Turn and their album that came out this year, Burnout Days, go check it out. It's such a good chill indie record with some of the coolest grooves. Like, that drummer never stopped playing a steady 16th. Like, his right hand is just the whole fucking time, and he's not beating the shit out of his drums either. It's so light and such a good feel. So if anyone's looking for something chill but like has a little bit of energy behind it, go listen to Burnout Days by Flip Turn. It's absolutely incredible. Excellent. Anybody got anything else?
Nope.
Awesome. Well, hey, we're back. He's back in a big way, back better than ever. We're happy to be here. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for watching. We appreciate it so much. If you haven't already, please follow, subscribe, whatever podcast app you're using to listen to this. If you're on YouTube or Twitch right now, hey, go ahead and press that fucking little follow, subscribe button. That's pretty cool. Also, that notification bell, so whenever we go live or post a new video, you'll know about it right away. Do that stuff. It helps us. It's free. And also, like the video. If you're on social media, you can find us, DFTA Podcast, on Instagram, Don't Feed the Artist, on TikTok. If you have any, like topic suggestions, if you have any thoughts on any things we've talked about, anything at all, please DM us. DM us at those social medias, or you can email us at feedback@don'tfeedtheartist.com. Go check out our Patreon. There's 2 new episodes of us listening to Kendrick Lamar's GNX and reacting to the Super Bowl halftime show. Look out for more stuff this month on that front as well. I think that's probably Fun Fridays. Come hang out with us on Friday. That's here. It's not going anywhere. So come hang out on Friday. Listen to some new music with us. And I will probably be live on Twitch Saturday night with some kind of gaming thing too, for anyone who gives a shit. Thank you so much for hanging out. We appreciate it so much. Welcome back, everybody.
We did it.
Wow. It wasn't that bad, right? It was okay?
It was great.
Oh, shit.
I
Sorry.
could never do that. I don't know how you do that.
You can never do what?
Just get through the whole.
Oh, I didn't
yeah,
mean that
the whole thing.
specifically.
Oh.
We got to go.
Okay.